like tenants' rights and things right now there's a lot of groups and things that are advocating for that. ICC tenants, they do want to bring these issues to the State House. Something that should be a thing in every city. Every single renter in Kansas deserves certain rights. Tenants' rights and things, I do not hear them talked about in the State House.
Well, but the reason they're not talking about it is because it doesn't affect them. Not as far as the tenants, it doesn't affect them. They're fine with status quo. I'm making money, we're good. So don't put anything else out there. Now, there's a couple of things I'm involved in right now that kind of tie into what you're talking about. One is I'm currently the chair of our Human Relations Commission, and what that
for which
office for the city for Salina. So what that Human Relations group does is, we're a board, and we review if it can't be reconciled, within the office. If a tenant or a landlord or a person has a complaint to file, whether it's harassment or whatever, they can file a complaint. And hopefully the landlord and the tenant can work things out, or if it's an employee-employer problem, they can work things out. If not, the information comes to the board, and then we review it and say there's probable cause that there's a problem, or there's not enough evidence to not. And so I'm involved in that, so it is a concern. I'm also part of the North Salina community group, and if you drive in from the interstate into Salina, you can see some homes that need lots of attention. And this commission I'm on, we have a grant that provides landlords money to improve the houses that they're renting. Because I think, again, it's just knowing. Landlords need to know, tenants need to know what their rights are, where they can go. We do this commission, and it's really not the commission, but it's the human relations people in the office. They do put on a seminar every year for landlords and tenants here in Salina, where you can go and you can listen to experts on your legal rights and stuff like that. Fair housing seminar is what it's called.
That's great.
And so again, getting the word out there that people do have rights, and there is a place in Salina that you can go to express your questions or concerns.
And I bet there's one in your city too, if
Right.
you're not in Salina, because I just now found out this existed. For all I know, there is one of these commissions in Topeka. There is one of these commissions in other cities. So
Even though I'm on that commission, it's, and it varies from landlord to landlord about what I want to say, I would hope landlords could have the grace to look at the particular situation, because things aren't black and white. And I think when we get into policy and all of these different things, sometimes we need to have a little gray area, that if there's circumstances that are out of the control of someone, that give them, if you can, but I know landlords need money, their money coming in too, so you can't go, a year without being paid.
like this is something Wichita's doing very good. If you are facing an eviction, they have a whole separate thing set up for court. That you can go in there and you can talk to somebody, and they will help you file things yourself. They're not legal representation, but they advise you and they tell you what your rights are, and they tell you what you can do about this situation you're in. And so do you support those programs?
Definitely. And
That's probably something you do.
Yes, I have this human relations office, which is in our city building, that they're wonderful and very knowledgeable and would help with something like that.
Yeah.